So today I've been like just researching and doing lots of learning on my own while the kids are learning. They've been watching real sermons, and I've been asking them questions about the sermons so that they keep in their mind the truth and always holding on to the truth. We also do daily devotionals and daily verse, and we do a lot of work with God, and I'm trying to teach them how to pray properly and constantly and just talk to God throughout the day so they have a really solid relationship with God and Jesus. And I'm doing research on how to be more feminine, ladylike, and gracious, not just in the way I speak, but in the way that I act and my mannerisms. So that's what I've been doing today. And here we are. Now you get to see what happened. Hello guys. So today, yesterday I didn't film any of it, but I surprised Johnny by cleaning the whole house. I organized everything. I had a hot meal on the place setting here. And yeah, so right now I'm just getting ready for afternoon tea. And yes, you guys can clearly see that I have notepads everywhere.
Do I have to write my name in both of them?
On both flowers, yes.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to do up a tea right now for myself because, well, that's what I do at 2 o'clock in the afternoon every day.
I need the brown.
So now I'm going to get my tea on. Probably going to rinse this one last time just in case.
But it says this. It's a close-up.
It says mule.
Mule?
Yeah.
That's what car that is. But it's a Volvo.
So, and yeah, I'm just, catching up on real women of history. It's been amazing. I'll post the day I was learning about the fascinating womanhood, and also Phyllis Schlafly. I've been watching her interviews on YouTube. YouTube links for both channels in here. It'll be on like a background post, like pretty pink background thing like I've been doing all day. Tea time is always my favorite time, and while I was drinking my tea today, I had the wonderful pleasure of finding Phyllis Schlafly's interviews, so I was watching them.
202-544-4132, or if you are so inclined, send us an email. morning@fcref.org is our address. Our guest today is Phyllis Schlafly. You all know who she is. She's from the Eagle Forum, and she has been a leader on this patent rights, the two pieces of legislation and the problems that exist surrounding this legislation. Good morning.
Good morning,
Thank you
Ariane.
for joining us. Why don't we start off with the Constitution? What does the U.S. Constitution say about patent rights?
The Constitution is unique in regard to patent rights. It gives the inventor the property right in his own invention for a limited number of years. And the Founding Fathers thought this was so important, they put it in even before they put in freedom of speech and religion. It's what makes our country different. It's a different system from every other country in the world. In other countries, you had to be a pal of the king or have some vested interest behind you. But in America, it's a completely democratic right. You and us with other countries. And there's no reason why we should diminish our rights in order to accommodate the other countries that basically want to steal from us.
Phyllis, who's interested in having this legislation move through Congress? As a reporter covering Congress and as an editor at the Washington Times, we were always taught to sort of follow the money and follow the influence. Who's behind this move?
Well, first the Japanese and then the multinationals. And you can trace the language of this bill straight to a deal that was made between then Secretary of Commerce Ron Brown and the Japanese ambassador. It was in September of 1993 that the Japanese Patent Office just announced that our patent system was unsatisfactory, and they demanded that it be changed. And then a year later, in '94, Ron Brown issued a press release saying that they would change it. And there are two specific ways they wanted it changed. One is they want all the details of inventions published 18 months after. They published a book setting forth their demands. But after the feminists released their balloons and pranced around with their lesbian placards, the whole country realized why they were pushing so hard for ERA and who was doing the pushing. Here are some pictures from the booths and signs at that feminist convention. And the most popular buttons worn at this feminist conference were the ones that said, "A woman without a man is like a fish without a bicycle, and Mother Nature is a lesbian." At the booth, you could also pick up booklets on what lesbians do. A couple of months later, a reporter asked the governor of Missouri, "Governor, are you for ERA?" And he replied, "Do you mean the old ERA or the new ERA?" I do. A couple of months later, a reporter asked the governor of Missouri, "Governor, are you for ERA?" And he replied, "Do you mean the old ERA or the new ERA?" I was for equal pay for equal work. But after those women went down to Houston and got tangled up with the abortionists and the lesbians, I can tell you ERA will never pass in the show me state. Houston gave us the proof that ERA's real agenda is taxpayer-funded abortions and gay rights. And since that feminist convention, ERA has been voted on about 25 times in state legislatures, in Congress, and in several statewide referenda, and it has never had another victory. Back that tax-funded atrocity, our Eagle Forum board took another call in Houston at the same time, the Astro Arena. And we urged our people to come from all over the country, at their own expense, of course. We called it the Pro-Family Rally. And looking back, I don't know how we had the nerve to make a contract for a hall that seated 15,000 people. We just knew we had to make a statement. From all over the country, our women rode on buses up to 20 hours each way. They came to our pro-family rally and then returned home on the buses without ever going to bed. The buses came and they came and they came. And we filled the Astro Arena to overflowing. November 19th, 1977 was the day the expression pro-family movement went into the political.
Definitely a historical figure, that's for sure. God bless. Good night. See you tomorrow.